Sharing knowledge is not about giving people something, or getting something from them. That is only valid for information sharing. Sharing knowledge occurs when people are genuinely interested in helping one another, develop new capacities for action. It is about creating learning processes. Welcome to Simply Great Videos. This is our second video in the Job Opportunity for You series. Our objective is to give some insight to the students and professionals about various job positions and how to reach there. Before we go into our video, if you are new here, please subscribe our channel. The next position is Chief Human Resource Officer. For larger organizations, the Chief Human Resources Officer reports directly to the CEO. This individual is part of the executive team, and often working with the board of directors and investors, to provide updates, reports, and information relative to the overall business plan and strategic direction of the company. The CHRO is focused on the strategy, people, human capital, and how HR programs grow revenue in the organization for the broad, and often global organization and for the longer term. A number of companies are calling the CHRO role the Chief People Officer. This position is truly strategic and is an exempt-level executive position. The roles and responsibilities are: leadership or supervisory role. The most prominent role of the Chief Human Resources Officer is his leadership role, where he leads long-range strategic planning in order to anticipate the innovation of change initiatives that promote people productivity, organizational efficiency, and cost-effectiveness. Strategy. The Chief Human Resources Officer is responsible for formulating strategies that lead to quality and depth in the talent employed in the business. This is inclusive of leadership, employee development, and the securing of future business growth with a focus on talent, and business culture or company culture. In this capacity, the Chief Human Resources Officer ensures the establishment of sound strategies across the HR department, making sure that all strategies correspond with the overall business objectives. Analytics. Chief Human Resources Officer further plays an analytical role where he monitors, analyses, and identifies strategic needs, gaps, and risks. In his analytical role, the Chief Human Resources Officer further leverages management tools that identify, align, and build on the business's human capital capabilities, in order to achieve overall business results, and reach desired targets. Collaboration. This role is also highly collaborative, and the Chief Human Resources Officer will find himself in collaboration with fellow executives, in an effort to better to understand, analyze, and support the needs for the business, leading to the subsequent establishment of suitable strategies. The Chief Human Resources Officer additionally works closely with the union organization in an effort to implement union representation management tools and programs and, hence, fair labor practices across the business. Knowledge. The Chief Human Resources Officer keeps up with the latest industry trends and best practices, ensuring optimal performance of the HR department, which in turn influences the performance of the various departments, and the business at large. In this endeavor, the Chief Human Resources Officer plays an active role in industry unions, events, seminars, and workshops. Qualifications and experience. Education. The Chief Human Resources Officer must have a master's degree, PhD preferred, in human resources, administration, or other relevant field. Experience. A candidate for this position will have had at least 10 years of working experience in a senior human resources position, preferably working as a director HR business partner, director training and development, head of HR administration, or director recruiting. Communication skills. Communication skills are imperative for this position, in both written and verbal form. The Chief Human Resources Officer will need these skills to ensure that there is effective conveyance of information and instructions down the line and across the Human Resources Department. The clarity of his communications will significantly determine the effectiveness and performance of the entire HR department and, as a consequence, the performance and effectiveness of other departments in the business. Computer skills. A suitable candidate will also demonstrate superior computer skills and be highly proficient in the use of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, which will all be necessary for the creation of visually and verbally engaging reports for the business's HR executives and key stakeholders. Analytical skills. A candidate for this position must also demonstrate exceptionally strong analytical skills, having an ability to analyze, refine, summarize, and clearly present data and information. The candidate must also demonstrate an ability to conceptualize unstructured data and information and derive actionable solutions and strategies that improve the performance of various HR functions and strategies, leading to the ultimate performance of all business departments. Interpersonal skills. The Chief Human Resources Officer will need to have certain attributes that will make him more suited for the position. The candidate for the position will have a passion for service, be self-motivated needing minimal or no supervision, have naturally persuasive abilities, have excellent negotiation skills, and have excellent problem-solving skills. Leadership or people skills. The candidate for this position must also have exceptional leadership skills, having an ability to influence the highest-ranking executives. He must demonstrate an ability to lead a large group in a unified direction. He will be an approachable, likable, and relatable individual who will earn the trust of junior HR management and that of senior executives and stakeholders. Deputy Director Legal and Payroll is the next position we are detailing. The person in the Office of Director Payroll Services is in charge of handling the delivery of payroll functions that balance the necessary service levels to high-level legislative compliance and employees. The job description entails working with global head of payroll to choosing vendors and guaranteeing that they are functioning at the consented procedures. The Payroll Services Director supervises the running structure of the payroll location, in order to avoid material break resulting from erroneously making inappropriate payments. He offers advice and works together closely with Human Resources on territorial initiatives and their duties to ensure there is an integrated effort between the two functional locations, and guarantee proper agreement and understanding of duties and roles. The director's role also includes supervising payroll accounting, payroll, and payroll tax for their organization. He may manage other payroll staff and be delegated with appointment duties. In addition to this, directors in charge of payroll services may also carry out internal and external audits in relation to payroll while ensuring that payroll unit complies with legal and company standards. He may also assist in automating the payroll process, improve payroll software and rectify any payroll issues. The ability to solve problems is a paramount aptitude to be effective in this position, as the Director Payroll Services assists in reassessing and enhancing payroll procedures as required. In situations where members of staff have problems with administration of payroll, the director should have the ability to give explanations for the problem, rectify any affiliated errors and guarantee that such error does not repeat itself. Next senior position is General HR Manager. The General Manager HR develop corporate plans for a variety of HR matters such as compensation, benefits, health and safety, etc. Oversee all HR initiatives, systems, and tactics. Supervise the work of HR personnel and provide guidance. Serve as the point of contact for employment relations and communicate with labor unions. Monitor adherence to internal policies, implementation and legal standards. Deal with grievances and violations, invoking disciplinary action when required. Anticipate and resolve litigation risks. A business acumen partnered with attention to the human element. The duties and responsibilities of General Manager HR are to assist, participate in designing, formulation of policy and standing order procedure of human resources management, to supervise and monitor proximity attendance of workers and staffs of the factory on regular basis and to ensure that there is no lapse, to coordinate and monitor manpower requirement as per approved manpower plan and subsequent recruitment, selection, and placement, to monitor that all job contract and appointment letters for new hires are properly made, issued, filed, and updated as per recruitment policy, and coordinate with head office HR, to systematize, implement, and carry out an effective and timely performance appraisal of workers and staffs, especially of new staffs and workers, in the factories as per performance appraisal policy. To oversee the pool of HR staffs working in the factory and to ascertain that HR staffs are carrying out their responsibilities properly. To identify poor performing workers or staffs, identify promising workers or staffs and apprise for action. To gather intelligence and information about staffs on any adverse attitude, morale, behavior, grievances, disputes on disagreement and adoption of SOP and coordinate actions. To verify or coordinate all recommendations from the factories in connection with recruitment, selection, placement, promotion, increment, and separation cases. To participate in all types of routine employee disciplinary matters and labor relations matters with the assistance of manager and assistant manager labor relations. To coordinate employee counseling and motivation program in regards to absenteeism, turnover, general rules and regulations of the factory, employment terms and conditions, workplace code of conduct and productivity improvement. To attend workers' participation committee meeting effectively as per schedule on regular basis, identify grievances which can lead to labor unrest and coordinate action. Develop and bring improvement of participation committee meeting session. To ensure that show cause notice or warning letters are issued and inquiry proceedings are carried out in the factories as per legal procedure. To monitor, ensure a transparent leave management of workers and staffs in the factories. Analyses training needs, develop and coordinate training or orientation scheme in the factories. To conduct or monitor factory-based employees' exit interview. To organize or coordinate HR officers' monthly review meeting for assigned factories. To monitor that all HR-related data, records, reports, formats, statement, rank and files, books and registers are properly prepared, issued, updated and maintained as per company's HR policies and procedures. Monthly analysis and comparison of factory operating cost, cost per worker and cost per machine, rate of absenteeism, migration and turnover of workers and feedback accordingly. To identify pilferage, security lapses and any other irregularities in the assigned factories and report or coordinate actions. The next and important position in HR management is recruiting director. The director of recruiting leads the business's recruiting efforts and is the head of the entire recruitment department. The director of recruiting determines the strategic direction and objectives of the recruiting department, which in turn supports the business's growth while simultaneously maintaining its culture and quality standards. The Director of Recruiting leads the development and implementation of strategic talent acquisition tactics and leads the evaluation of the entire recruiting function, strategies, and procedures in order to find opportunities for improvement. The Director of Recruiting oversees full-cycle recruitment in support of all of the business's functions. He explores and implements practices that allow the business to attract topmost talent to the business. Critical to achieving excellent results is the ability of the Director of Recruiting to build strong relationships and deliver results in a rapidly and constantly evolving environment. The Recruiting Director is responsible for the hiring of the entire head of recruiting, which is also often referred to as talent acquisition, or talent attraction in some organizations. The Recruiting Director often reports to the VP of HR, and serves as the senior leader, focused on the hiring and recruiting process. This individual is the department decision-maker responsible for budgeting, allocation, and strategy planning, interfacing with senior leadership on the subject of talent acquisition and recruitment. Recruiting directors are responsible for setting guidelines for the company's hiring policies and overseeing a team of employees. Strong interpersonal and communication skills are important in this position. This position is an exempt-level position. Several of the core competencies that recruitment directors need to be successful include communication skills, knowledge of fair employment practices, such as permissible selection processes and anti-discrimination laws, and, of course, leadership skills and management capabilities. In large organizations, they should have expertise in change management and be able to influence others, including HR directors and chief executives in operations, finance, and administration. Many also are involved in developing the organization into an employer of choice through strategic design and community involvement as a good corporate citizen. Human resources consultants, what do they do? HR consultants must be adept in IT, accounting, sales, marketing, finance and, of course, human resource management as to fully understand issues and inefficiencies in human resources, and how to remedy them. Most HR consultants are educated and experienced HR generalists or specialists, as this type of HR career involves possessing a deep understanding of everything, from organizational management to labor laws, to equal opportunity employment and beyond. Some HR consultants market themselves as generalists, thereby attracting smaller companies who may need basic services related to recruiting, hiring, benefits, performance management, and training. Other consultants may choose to market themselves as HR specialists, and therefore offer more strategic services that are of importance to larger operations. Desired competencies for today's HR consultants. In addition to possessing advanced business and human resources skills and knowledge, successful HR consultants must possess a number of competencies. Self-confidence. HR consultants must be sure of themselves if they are to impart their wisdom and know-how on others. Theoretical and practical knowledge. They must have the experience necessary to understand what solutions have worked in the past and about how to improve upon past mistakes. Ability to explain ideas and concepts in a simplified manner. HR consultants understand complex ideas in HR, but they must be able to simplify and explain problems and solutions in terms everyone can understand. Ability to improvise. Because organizations are always evolving and changing, HR consultants must be able to foresee and implement multiple solutions. Excellent listening skills. Before solutions can be discovered, problems need to be fully understood. Therefore, HR consultants must carefully listen to the needs of their clients as to implement solutions that address their specific needs. Trustworthy. HR consultants must be able to develop a strong relationship with their clients, and to do so they must display integrity as to build trust. How to become a human resources consultant. To be able to succeed in HR consulting, individuals must be armed with a solid education and plenty of experience. A career in HR consulting, therefore, typically begins with the completion of a bachelor's degree in business administration, business management, finance, human resources, or a related field. Because of the competitive nature of this business, however, it is common for HR consultants to advance their education through the completion of a master's degree in a field related to human resources. A popular pursuit has become the Master of Business Administration, MBA, in Human Resource Management, as it provides a foundation in not only HR-related topics, but in business concepts, as well, thereby preparing students to become versed in topics related to finance, leadership, marketing, and management, among others. An MBA in HR Management provides students with a comprehensive course of study in areas such as human relations, management information systems, human resource management, marketing management, financial management, international business management, organizational behavior, business ethics, strategic compensation, leadership, strategic management. We like to discuss about HR business partner position as the first position in the HR consultancy. HR business partner role is seen less of a generalist or manager and someone who takes a more consultative role working in HR. Human resource business partners have clients within the organization. They provide resources and build relationships with focusing on the missions and objectives set forth by the organization. There is much less focus on compliance and administration. An organization instead typically has an HR services center or central department to help provide support in the form of policy development and enforcement, benefits, and compensation. This person is seen as an operational and more strategic resource for the region or area in which they support. Another consultancy role is employer brand manager. Employer brand managers usually have backgrounds in communications-related fields, like public relations, marketing, or mass communications, or business disciplines, such as human resources, organizational development, or management. The job titles in employer brand are new and are often referred to as talent brand or recruitment marketing. These jobs are recruiting specific jobs that are responsible for digital recruiting, employer brand, and recruitment advertising activities including social media, job postings, automation, programmatic advertising, SEO, and other online recruitment subject areas. They understand key marketing and communications concepts, and they know how to relate these to recruiting and HR strategy. Employment brand managers aren't likely to be directly involved in recruiting new talent, but they help execute the strategy that makes people want to work for the company. HR trainer is one of the lucrative business in the HR management consultancy services. If HR is also responsible for learning, training, and development, the role of trainer falls under the umbrella of HR. Trainers can be employee orientation leaders or those that facilitate training and development programs, as well as provide specialized training and learning for certain employee groups and departments. The role and responsibilities for the trainer are dependent on the size and scope of the organization. If an organization has a separate training, an L&D department, this individual may be a peer to an HR manager, and report directly to an HR director, or a training director, or other learning and development leadership role. Another important and highly paid consultancy service is Human Resource Information Specialist or HRIS. An HRIS role within HR oversees and maintains the growing number of HR and recruiting technologies used by the department. The HRIS team member is familiar with recruiting and HR processes and responsibilities but is highly technical, working to maintain HR and recruiting technology systems. This role interfaces directly with the information technology or IT department, sometimes falling under its umbrella. As more companies add more technologies to their existing departments, the importance of maintaining the technology, integrations, and basic administration is extremely important for HR's future success with their organization. This position is normally an exempt level or contract role within an organization. Next role is the HR recruiter, a high demand in market. A recruiter is someone who searches out and finds candidates for often highly technical, specialized, and hard-to-fill roles within an organization by building a candidate funnel. Oftentimes this is accomplished by using the internet to search, source, and locate candidates, but can also be done using phone sourcing or other methods. Depending on the size of the organization and industry, this role might serve in phone screening or an initial qualifying call with candidates, but it depends on the larger organization and department. Okay, that are all the positions we were intended to talk to you. There are other positions in all levels, but generally speaking these are all the main areas. In some management the title name may differ, but the functional level will be the same. Now the question is, do I work as an employee or as a consultant? If you are a highly qualified person in HR management, with minimum of 10 years of relevant experience with large corporates, and your intuition strongly suggests that go for consultation, why not? Be a HR consultant. What kind of certification for HR professionals? And where you can find the courses? MBA in HR management is the first preference. The top colleges for HR management courses in India are Management Development Institute, Delhi; Indian Institute of Management, Ranchi; Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai; International Management Institute, Delhi; Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management, Kolkata; University Business School, Punjab University, Chandigarh; Xavier Labour Relations Institute, Jamshedpur; International School of Business and Media, Pune; Narsi Manji Institute of Management Studies, Mumbai. Top universities for human resource management abroad are University of Michigan, Ross School of Business; University of Southern California, Marshall School of Business; Stanford University Business School of Graduate; Imperial College London Business School; University of Glasgow; the University of Melbourne, Melbourne Business School; Seoul National University, College of Business Administration; Nanjing University Business School; There are many online short-term and long-term courses in HR management. We hope all these information will assist you for your further studies or climbing the ladder in your department. We are taking this opportunity to thank all HR managers supported us in our research to compile this article. We will come up with another video detailing another employment vertical shortly. Until then, goodbye, take care, stay safe, and stay blessed. Biju Somanathan and team signing off.